Is that doing what it's supposed to do? Okay, so use the square for marking it out. Two parts of the square are the blade and the, who knows what that's called? No, that bit. It's the butt, okay, because you sit on your butt, B-U-T-T. It's got a brass face on it, and you put the butt up against the wood. But before you put the butt up against the wood, you pick two faces. Now, back in the old days when this is all planed by hand, you'd do a face mark and an edge mark on the two that you know were perfectly square, and the other two wouldn't be perfectly square. We've machined all this out in the workshop, so the chances are it's perfectly square. With the butt of the tri-square, it only touches those two surfaces. So butt up against edge, then up against face, line it up nice and neat, then up against face, line it up nice and neat. Oh, that was bad. That wasn't nice and neat. That was dodgy and not neat. And then last one, and now if I've done this 100% and everything's accurate, they should join up exactly on spot there. And they do. Oh, within 1/4 millimetre, except for where I went out a little bit. So those lines, that's where I made a mistake. Those lines virtually line up all the way around perfectly square. Okay, we've marked it out for square. What does the marking knife do? A lot of you guys at this point would now grab the saw and go chop, chop, chop. Yeah?
Doesn't the marking knife
Yep, makes it easier for the saw to cut with. Marking knife, doesn't matter Japanese or traditional style. This is the one that's in my hand, so it's the one I'll use. Put the blade in the, actually I don't like that. Oh, it's got a better point on it. Put the blade in the knife, in the line, sorry. Bring the square up to it. Run the knife across the surface. Okay, so I'll cut that exactly on top of the pencil line. What I'm going to do now, so what? Hook in now with the saw, is that the go? Yeah. Get the sharp chisel. Lean it up against something that's not going to move anywhere. And this bench hook is in the vise. About 3 millimetres back, wiggle, wiggle. What am I doing this for?
So we can start with the saw.
Yep. How does this help you start with the saw?
So it's in line, it doesn't slip out.
Those bits you can often just flick them out. If you can't flick them out, it means that your marking knife line isn't deep enough. Back again, a little bit more. Now we've got a little edge, a little 30-degree angle maybe, to put the saw in. And I'm sure you've all had the experience when you've started the saw, you've slipped and gone across the surface and gone chip, 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 chip. That stops you from doing that, and that's how you end up with really neat joins. Okay, the next step will be cutting it out.